right, here we go with the continuation of my 12 days of music magic because I don't like Christmas music. So I'm going to feature 12 of my favorite bands, show you everything I own by them, albums, CDs, books, you name it. So up today, Jethro Tull and my album divider. So I'm going to start with books today, mix this up a little. Aqualung in the 33 1/3 series. These are nifty little pocketbooks. I have Exile on Main Street. I have Master of Reality, Black Sabbath, a couple other ones, can't remember. As always, one of the on-track books, Jethro Tull, every album, every song. A Passion Play, the story of Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull. Featuring the two albums, Thick as a Brick and A Passion Play, inside two long songs. And Flying Colors. And right there, it's the one you need. It is the Jethro Tull Reference Manual. No home is complete without it. And two of my favorite of anything that I own, as far as outside of music, talking books or trinkets, you name it. The Ballad of Jethro Tull. Now, I was one of the people who pre-ordered this, and this is a beautiful book. This is really a tapestry. It's cloth. I was one of the people who pre-ordered it, so my name is in here amongst all these others. But it is as they like to say in the biz, a beautifully appointed book. A literary treasure. Someone like Embryonic Robot would love that. He works in a library. And Silent Singing, the complete collected lyrics of Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull. Problem is, it's not complete anymore because this was published in 2020. And there's been other albums that have come out since. And same thing here. I was one of the people who did the pre-order on this. So there you go. Now we will start with the studio albums. First up, 1968. This was Stand Up, 1969. Benefit. It's very strange that that was called Stand Up and this is called Benefit because here you have all the cutout stand-ups, but you'll see more on that. 71, their masterpiece, Aqualung. This is the 2011 remix by Steven Wilson. They dipped their toes into prog, and this is where I think people decided to call them prog. It's this album that did it. They're not a prog band. They are a band with prog sensibilities. They were a blues band, at times they're a rock band, at times they're a folk band. So I guess you could say, yes, their music is always progressing. If that's what you want to call them progressive, go ahead. Living in the Past, a compilation, A Passion Play, album I still struggle to get into this day. 40th Anniversary Edition, remixed by Steven Wilson. Steven Wilson's name is all over the Jethro Tull discography these last 10, 12 years. Minstrel in the Gallery. Like A Passion Play, still struggle with it. Too old to rock and roll, too young to die. That is me. The beginning of the trilogy, Songs from the Wood. And then Heavy Horses. And finishing it up with Storm Watch. Then we have A. And I'm not speaking Canadian here. A? No, it's the alphabet A. Beautiful artwork on this album cover. Broadsword and the Beach. Ooh, they go 80s big time here under wraps. This album will be a test of me being a completist, whether or not I buy the expanded box set when it comes out. Crest of the Knave. And Rock Island. That ends it for vinyl for me. Well, with a couple exceptions. And we have Live bursting out. It's amazing to me they didn't put out a live album until after, what is it, their 12th studio album. Because the 70s, that was nothing but about putting out live albums. And then we have some live stuff here on CD. Jethro Tull's Ian Anderson, Thick as a Brick, live in Iceland. You know what, though? You're Jethro Tull. You're not Jethro Tull's Ian Anderson. Let's call a spade a spade. Jethro Tull, a little light music. I think, that's called from all different stops. Yeah, they're in Greece, England, Germany, Switzerland, Israel, Austria, you name it. Then also I have, because I was so excited about coming out with a new album, The Zealot Gene. I ponied up for the box set. Yeah, it even came with a nifty little platter. It's on white vinyl, and you got the CDs and everything. And you know what? I was very disappointed. Not a big fan of that album. And then I have the UHQR of Aqualung. And you know what? Steven Wilson's remix is the best sounding copy of Aqualung I have. So, all right, then we will finish up the discography here with some more CDs. We've got Catfish Rising, Roots to Branches, JethroTull.com. And once again here, Jethro Tull's Ian Anderson. This is Thick as a Brick 2. It's Thick as a Brick. It's Jethro Tull. You're calling it Jethro Tull's Ian Anderson for a reason, because you know it's going to sell more with the name Jethro Tull on there. All right, Jethro Tull, Rock Float. Not wild about that one. And his most recent one, Curious Ruminant. Not that wild about that either. So his last 3 albums to me have been rather disappointing. Then we move on to a very cool box set. This was in celebration of their 25-year anniversary. They did this as a cigar box. And if you open it up, there's a booklet. Yeah, you thought you were opening it up to a box of cigars, but you're not. And it has 4 CDs in it. You have classic songs. You have recorded live, Carnegie Hall, which is now on one of the expanded book box sets. You have the Beacon's Bottom tapes. And then you have a potpourri, Live Across the World and Through the Years. And then we move on to Nobody Does It Better than Jethro Tull with their CD book-style box sets. These are fantastic. You get anywhere from 3 to 8 CD combination DVD Blu-rays in them. Very nice, informative booklets. I love the fact that they stuck to the same format. They're all the same size, you know, with the exception of the thickness, depending upon it. But height and width, yeah, just for height and depth, fantastic. Now here you go. See, this is why it's called Stand Up. And that's on the LP too, but nice that they did it there. And you got benefit, like this is the 50th anniversary. Give you, for instance, there are 4 CDs on this and 2 DVDs. And you have Aqualung, Thick as a Brick. And now it's called Still Living in the Past. We have a Passion Play, because of course, since I don't like the album, I had to buy it on this expanded box set too. War Child. And then Minstrel in the Gallery. Because I think if I buy it in the expanded version, I'm going to like it more. Although it has happened to me with a couple albums. Too Old to Rock and Roll, Too Young to Die. Songs from the Wood. Heavy Horses. Stormwatch. A. Broadsword and the Beast. This is the monster of all the collections. This has 8 discs, I believe. Well, we got 3 there. Got 3 more in the back. And there's a couple more inside here. Yeah, so you get 8 discs in this book, and it may be their thickest book too. It's fantastic. Oops. And then we have Bursting Out Live. And then the whole point of me doing this series is because I don't like Christmas music. But what does a completist idiot like me do? Well, he goes out and buys the Jethro Tull Christmas album, Fresh Snow at Christmas, the box set. So now I've got 4 CDs and a Blu-ray of Christmas music I don't like. But although there are other Jethro Tull songs in here, Does Living in the Past, Aqualung, Thick as a Brick. So, all right, that is it. That takes care of Jethro Tull. And I will see you again in the next one. Thank you.